Luka Doncic made his debut as a Los Angeles Laker, and
I don't like it.
My son, who's the Laker fan, loved it. And I told him, I said, this looks weird. And he's like, what looks weird? I go, Luka in a Laker uniform. They shouldn't have done him dirty and put him in yellow on his first game as a Laker. I mean, I don't know. It just looked weird. Having Luka in a yellow uniform.
Oh, here's what's actually really funny. There's been some science done on this. The whites do not look good in Laker yellow.
Oh, really?
It's an actual thing. Like
Dirt and Sprague were saying that this morning too.
It's an actual thing. Like his skin tone looks very goofy.
It doesn't look good.
Well, particularly with that highlighter yellow. It's not the traditional Laker yellow. Like if you go back and you watch old footage of Jerry West in the gold Laker jerseys, it looks significantly better. But that highlighter yellow looks terrible on the white boys.
Yeah.
He needs to get himself an LA tan to make it look a little better.
Does need that LA tan.
You do.
Just give him a couple weeks. He'll get it.
Because Luke Walton looked okay in it.
Well, I don't remember. I can't put that together now.
Well, here's the flip side.
My brain's not computing.
Mark Madsen looked terrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
You got to have a little bit of color. You got to have a little bit of. You can't be a full white.
Yeah, but he may have not looked good in the uniform, but he played good in the uniform.
I mean, he went out there and just kind of did what he does. It wasn't like this explosive thing. He only played 20 minutes.
Yep.
First night off the calf injury, and more than the game. Did you see the Hollywood sign?
No.
They flipped the L's upside down and turned them into 77.
Wait, they can do that? Yeah. That wasn't just a Photoshop?
It might have. Well, it might have just been video work, but.
That'd be quite the operation.
I mean, they do stuff like that. They've done it before for other.
They're very excited to have Luka Doncic, and I can see why.
Yeah, everything about it was disgusting. LeBron kind of made it about him a couple different times. It came out that Luka was introduced last.
Yeah,
because LeBron asked Luka when he would like to be introduced.
See, because LeBron is a team guy, you know.
But of course, it got out that LeBron
gave his blessing for that,
and then Luka said, "I'll go back to you being introduced last, but I'd like to come out last this time."
Yeah.
And they also made sure they also made sure that they had the mic'd up huddle.
Yeah.
And they've got LeBron saying, "Don't fit the bleep in, fit the bleep out, Luka," which is also hilarious considering what LeBron said about Kevin Love in Cleveland. Stop trying to fit out and fit in.
Yeah. You've got to be part of us.
And it's like, but you flipped it on. It feels like it's one of those things where it was
well, I think
Jim Valvano preparing a speech and he screwed it up.
Yeah, to that point though, this Lakers team and the way that it's built, this one is built for Luka needs to just do his thing. LeBron just needs to do his thing. In that Warriors team or that Cavaliers team, it was no, our pieces are going to be what makes us win, right? And what Kevin Love was doing in Minnesota was not going to be feasible for him to do in Cleveland at that time and with that roster. Right now, with the way that this roster is built, they just need everything that LeBron and Luka can do because they still don't have a big. And
they made Jackson Hayes into prime DeAndre Jordan last night.
But again, they're playing the Jazz.
I know, but this is what Luka is capable of doing, though. There is not a bigger floor raiser in the league other than Jokic, as far as like just turning dudes into dudes. If you look at Jackson Hayes' shot chart last night, it is lob dunk, lob dunk, lob dunk, cutting dunk, lob dunk, cutting dunk, and it's like,
yeah,
I'm sorry, what? But that's the amount of gravity that Luka on his own has. But when the other guy on the other side of the floor is LeBron freaking James,
yeah,
those Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura are going to have insane amounts of time and space.
Yeah, it's also the Jazz.
Well, first team that we'll see them play out of the All-Star break is the Portland Trailblazers. So
again,
we'll see
another great litmus test that they're going to have there.
And they probably won't have DeAndre Ayton for that.
Here's my thing. The Lakers are currently the 4 seed. They, in the playoffs, right meow, would play the Rockets. They could get past the Rockets.
Yeah.
Then they have Jokic in the Denver Nuggets.
Oh yeah, no, they're not a title threat. Anybody saying them as a title threat is out of their freaking mind.
But and like that's the thing. People will make it into that
Because
and
they're dumb.
we can acknowledge that Luka and LeBron is a terrifying pairing. 100% they are. But like I really need to see what they are going to do against a legit. And look, Portland will be a better test than that because Portland. Walker Kessler really good, still really good, but they're going to have a good test in that. Oh well, if DeAndre Ayton's not playing, it'll be against. Well, Robert Williams may not be playing. Donovan Clingan will be playing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we're not going to get any better semblance of what this could be. You're sitting there and you're looking at it going, well, can they run against bigs and legitimate bigs? And LeBron and Luka are going to have probably a pretty big day against the Portland Trailblazers.
I mean, LeBron, one of his career averages across the board, his box score, is against Portland.
Who's Tumani play? Who does he defend?
Luka.
That would be fun.
100% Luka. He'll spend time on both, but
JG on LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the problem. Like, even if you're talking about like really good teams, they don't have the rest of their pieces. They're gonna have to figure stuff out this summer. They're gonna present a lot of problems because you have two guys on the floor who require two defenders.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying with like Rui and Reeves, it's gonna be incumbent upon them because if they hit shots, they can be in any game because of what they can do.
Yeah, but in a 7-game series against
that
legitimate
getting worked on the
bigs.
boards, like that's where their weakness is going to be.
Big issue.
Don't be wrong, like Braun and Luka are great rebounders, but they're not like you can't sit there and be like, well, we're going to go small ball 5 with Braun at the 5 at 40 years old. You can do that for stretches, but that's not something you can get away with all game.
Well, Austin Reeves, he learned something new.
Austin, just as like a basketball aficionado, was there a part of
what?
Helping your vocab tonight? Aficionado.
What's that?
A fan.
Big fan.
Someone who appreciates the game of basketball.
I didn't
right?
know that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is something seeing Luka's game up close and personal that you appreciate even more.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I don't know what word you just said.
That man is so Arkansas. It hurts. I love that from Austin Reeves. Oh, what? It was like, for a second, Austin Reeves almost thought that he was called a slur up there on the podium. He's like, what'd you call me? You call me an aficionado?
As a point of order, do you know where Austin Reeves is from?
Yeah, he's from Arkansas.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean,
they call him Hillbilly Kobe for a reason.
But like how he's also like a golf junkie. He's a really good golfer. Austin
He's
Reeves
a really good golfer.
Like he's had to have been around like a clubhouse where like cigar aficionado is like you go to like a clubhouse bar at the Turn and they have all the cigars there. There's had to have been like a magazine cigar aficionado like on the counter, and he's never been like, wonder what that word means.
That is, that's a lot of syllables for Arkansas.
Yeah, it is. It is. He could shoot though. He could shoot.
He's had some games over the last 2 weeks. That's for sure.
Oh man, there was a couple of other things that stuck out about this game. LeBron and Luka, they look good. LeBron made sure everybody knew that he had gave the blessing for Luka to be announced last in the starting lineup.